Queen Merriweather, how are you doing today? I hope this video reaches you at a time that you are well and brings a little sunshine into your day. You have been such an important part of my time and many others' time at NYU, advocating for us, looking out for us, and still managing to do so with your own life and workload. I realize that it is sometimes our greatest and strongest leaders that go without the love and appreciation they deserve. Well, I wanted to make sure that you knew your NYU family has nothing but love and appreciation for you. And I found quite a few others that felt the same. So I hope you enjoy this little video that we put together for you.
Hey, Dr. Merriweather, it's Antoinette here. I just wanted to send my thank you. I know we haven't had personally too many one-on-one conversations, but I'm still ever so grateful for all the times that you've checked in on us, held discussions with us, listened to us rant about our frustrations, the jokes you cracked. Like, even when you taught us your enthusiasm, like, every little thing has honestly meant so much to me. You go over and beyond for us, and it doesn't go unnoticed, honestly. I can be more grateful for, just to have someone in our corner and someone to listen to us when we really needed it. Just knowing that made such a difference in my time at NYU. So I really thank you for that. And not only that, but just seeing, a fellow woman of color in the position that you are kind of gives me hope as a student and, as a future PT that, working in a clinic isn't as far as I can go, and that really, really means a lot. You are a badass woman. Sorry for cursing, but, I had to say it. Sorry. I really just appreciate everything you've done, and I'm so grateful for your presence in my life. So stay blessed, Dr. Merriweather. Bye.
Hey, Dr. Merriweather. I just wanted to thank you so much for everything that you do. Just your presence in the department makes me feel more empowered to continue through this program. I thank you for your office being a safe space and just your listening ear. I thank you for being so unapologetically you. I thank you so much for always being concerned about our wellness and self-care, just asking and genuinely wanting to know how I'm doing. And I know that you do the same for other students. I am grateful to be a part of your lab that's, doing such important work and asking such important questions that are important to healthcare in general, and not just PT. I'm really inspired by, your story and just knowing you, honestly. So I'm super grateful for what you add to the department, and I hope every day when you come in or log on to a Zoom or whatever you're doing that your work is appreciated, your listening ear is appreciated, your safe space is appreciated so much by the Black students in the program, the students of color in the program, and just all the students. You're awesome, and thank you again.
Hi, Dr. Merriweather. I just want to say thank you for everything that you do for us and for always having our best interest at heart. It's inspiring to see that you never hesitate to speak out and be a voice for us, and it honestly inspires me to do the same. And I just want to say that I appreciate you very much.
Hello, Dr. Merriweather. I just wanted to say thank you for everything that you've done for NYU and our PT department over the years. You being there as a professor, I know you were there, I think, when we were third years or when we were second years, but I know that you have been there for us in the NYU department, and just having you as a Black woman being there was great because, as you know, you're the first, and so having that representation was very important for all of us as Black girls and Black men within the NYU department. So I really wanted to say that I'm very appreciative for all your help throughout these years, and just, knowing that I had someone like you to go to if I ever had any questions or any issues that arose. And as you know, with everything going on right now, I'm just so glad that I can extend my hand to just let you know how appreciative I am of you and the fact that you are always just there for us. And I just want you to know that you really made an impact for all of us. And I want you to continue to know that we are so grateful for all the work that you did for us. And please, I want to keep in contact, and if there's anything I can also do to give back to the NY community when it comes to diversity and inclusion, and making sure that we are represented across the field of physical therapy, would also be very great. So I just want you to watch all these wonderful videos, and I want you to feel the appreciation that we have for all of you. And as I continue to grow as a physical therapist myself, I want to have the opportunity to mentor other PTs of color. I'm currently right now at the NYU Orthopedic Center, and I was actually deployed to the main hospital of NYU to help out with COVID pandemic, and I'm still there, but I also would love to, if there's opportunities that arise within the next couple of years of PTs of color who would rather, have the opportunity to shadow or observe another physical therapist of color. I just want you to know that I am here as well to lend a helping hand. So please contact me or reach out to me. I know you probably still have my email, but I just want to say how grateful I am of you, that I have you as a mentor, and I'm just so appreciative of all the efforts and all the things that you've done for our NYU community. Thank you. Have a great day.
I just want to say thank you for everything you've done for me. Honestly, you've made my NYU experience so much better. I appreciate it always having someone like you to talk to, and I enjoy all of our conversations, and I'm just so grateful to have you. You are amazing, and I hope that they bring so many more individuals like you, because the department honestly needs it. But no, thank you so much for just being a great listener, and for always making me realize that there's always a way, in a sense, and that utilizing my resources is very important, especially as a Black woman in this field. So thank you.
Hello, Dr. Mariwether. This is Consuelo Pedro. I just wanted to take some time to tell you thank you. Thank you for being the genuine, caring, compassionate, empathetic, and loving human being that you are. You have touched so many people for the better. You have made people feel seen, feel safe, feel like more than a student. Your presence as a faculty member, as a physical therapist, has been able to inspire so many, been able to allow so many people to feel safe, and just been a presence that has made the learning experience at NYU DPT enriched, and feel like home, and feel like more than a place to gobble knowledge, but a place where you can learn and feel safe and know that you're surrounded by other caring, inspiring physical therapists. So as my first order of business, I wanted to thank you for that and let you know that nothing you've done has gone unnoticed, at least by me, and definitely has been felt. I recognize the love that you put into the world and that you put into being at the department, and I appreciate it so much. And also to let you know that you affected so many people who probably don't even know that they've been positively affected and influenced. Just the fact that you bring all of yourself to the classroom, and I love that. I love when a professor, anybody, can bring more than the specific tangible tools of the trade or content of a profession, but you bring your whole authentic self, or a lot of it. I love that, and I know so many people benefit from that. So thank you for that, and I hope you know that you bring so much more than just content when you teach a class. Your warmth, the ability to recognize that they're human beings in the classroom, your students, we're not just faces, that we have stories, and that you encourage all of whatever we are to develop into whole practitioner, and that's really, really wonderful. And from the beginning, the first time meeting you, I just felt like, wow, I am so fortunate, and so are my classmates. And not everybody might be even aware of how blessed they're being, but I just wanted to really verbalize that. And yeah, and just to reiterate that, at least for me, the work that you do has not gone unnoticed. I recognize and I see how beautiful your giving of self is, your wholeness, your authenticity, your jokes, the way you share about your experiences, your identity, your family, things you like, jokes, movies. I love that. And one of my goals was always to be a physical therapist that could bring all of myself to the table. And not everyone has the emotional stability, the confidence to do that. And seeing you do that was like, yes, that's my dream. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to be Consuelo, physical therapist who brings all of Consuelo, which is so many things. And I love that deep identity that you bring to the classroom in the classes that I was lucky enough to be in, was so present and so inspiring and so fun and so have so much depth. So I really want to take the time to explicitly say thank you for that. Thank you for sharing yourself with me and my classmates. And if all of that was not enough, all of that giving of self wasn't enough, this week, June 2020, thank you for your willingness and doing the facilitation of our anti-racism, anti-Black racism reckoning and that discussion. Of course, that will forever resonate with me as something very historic and very brave. And thank you for facilitating it. You were phenomenal. You allowed something beautifully historic to happen for our department to look the issue of systemic racism in the eye, in the face. And you allowed that to happen through your facilitation, through creating a safe space. I love, and appreciate how you set the ground rules, do no harm, and to put it out there that the work we're going to do during those meetings on Zoom was going to be deep and painful and hard and not obliged by anyone, especially any Black person who would have been opening up to reliving trauma. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, with all of my being. Thank you for facilitating what, again, I would describe as a historic watershed moment for our department. And then for anyone who was witness to the meeting, you changed all our lives for the better. And I don't take that lightly, and I thank you. You made history, and I want to acknowledge that I recognize that, and I thank you. And I wanted to let you know that you have changed the lives of so many for the better, just by being you, and also by bringing also so many strategic facilitation tools and ally tools, and always being there for us, even before this week and this Zoom discussion that we had this week. Just always having your door open, always letting students know that you're there for them. The times you comforted myself and friends going through traumatic life experiences, it wasn't even a question. I remember one time I was comforting a friend who was going through a loss, and you just jumped in as faculty member, but also I think just as human being, and that's the beauty of who you are and who we see you as. We see that you are just a wonderful, loving, compassionate human being. And you just jumped in and you comforted my friend. We didn't even have that close of a relationship. I don't believe you had a close relationship with my friend who was suffering in the moment, and that wasn't even a question. It's just a human being in pain, and you empathized and you changed the course of that student's experience of that loss for the better. And to me, that's just one of the perfect examples of the beautiful person that you are and the love that you give. And I do not take that example that you set for granted. I hold it close to my heart and try and emulate it. And I just want to tell you thank you. And I want to wish you and your family so many blessings. And I hope that all the good that you put into the world, all the love, all the compassion, all the authenticity, I pray and I ask for it to come back to you times infinity. And I just want to send all the love and prayers and good wishes and good stuff back to you, because I recognize how much you give. And in my small way, that's me trying to shower it back over you. So I pray for you and your family and your loved ones, and we'll end on the note that I thank you for all the beauty and love and goodness that you put into the world, and authenticity, and just let you know that it's so inspiring. And I see it, many people see it, but most importantly, everyone feels it. And I want to let you know that you've changed lives for the better. And I thank you for myself on behalf of everyone, all the students and everyone else in the department who has benefited from the love that you so selfishly give. So thank you, and God bless.
Hey, Dr. Merriweather, I wanted to thank you for making us Black students feel included. Being that there are so few of us in the program, I feel like it's easy for us to often feel overwhelmed or outnumbered. And I also appreciate you for being a voice for us. You let it be known from jump that you're here for us and that you see us, and I appreciate you for that. Thank you.
Hi, Dr. Merriweather. I just want to say thank you so much for all that you do for us in the department. It truly means a lot having someone that looks like me in physical therapy, and more importantly in our program. And kinesiology last semester was the best. Fridays were amazing. And I'm super excited to have you again as professor during my 3rd year. But again, thank you so much for all that you do. We all love you so much.
Hey, Dr. Merriweather, I just want to give you a huge shout out for everything that you've been doing, you know, for us as a community, as a black community, but also for me as well, you know. I really can't put it into words. Ever since the white coat ceremony, and I remember I came over to the table and you were just talking to my mom. And I mean, I didn't know who you were, but then when my mom told me, she introduced me to you, and I was like, "Oh, this is your professor." I was like, "What? Like, this is." I would never thought in a million years I would have seen, like, you know, a black professor on staff. So, you know, it was just a really calming experience for me, because like I said in the Zoom call, like, I had a lot of anxiety coming into this. So I mean, you're just a blessing for me, but also a blessing for everybody else, you know, in our class and also across the world, because you're doing stuff that, you know, is unprecedented, you know, and you're truly a trendsetter. And I just really appreciate you from all the times that, you know, I'll just catch you in the hallway, or you catch me in the hallway, we'll just talk about life. And it was just interesting. We wouldn't really even talk about physical therapy. We were just really talking about real life things. And I just always appreciate you for that. And, you know, I'll be sure to always keep in contact, because, I mean, I don't say it much, but you definitely played a huge role in my time here at NYU, and I'm forever grateful for that.
Hi, Dr. Merriweather. I just wanted to personally thank you for being such an important part of the staff at NYU's DPT program. I wanted to thank you for being the voice that you are to students of color. I want to thank you for your compassion and your understanding and awareness and your relation that you have with students of color, and that you try to build with students of color specifically to help us have a seat at the table. I wanted to thank you for what you do unconsciously and consciously in the classroom. I wanted to thank you for the way that you show up and take space, and you're not afraid to be you, and you're not afraid to share where you come from and not be judged. And you do it in such a beautiful way that I look up to. And most importantly, I want to thank you for the teaching moments that you bring us to the classroom, to all students, on how to be future practitioners in this field of like such healthcare disparity, to understand like where patients come from without judgment, and to have more compassion for how certain patients can be affected by these horrible systems of oppression. And I just want to thank you, because that is such an important thing that I don't have the words exactly to say yet, but I'm learning from mentors like you. So thank you so much for who you are and like what you do for our department and for this world and for women and for people of color and for the black community, because you're important and you know that. But I just wanted to thank you for that. And for your family, I wish you guys the best at this moment, the best in terms of like mental fortitude, emotional health, mental health, and just the best for you guys in this horrible time, but this important time in history. And I'm sending you guys a lot of love, honestly. But also, funny story, side story. One day I actually did get you the tamarindos, the like sour things from the Philippines that you like, those candies. But my dad ate them, and so they never made it way to use. But you know, at some point they'll make their way, I promise. But the intention was there. But yeah, I just want to let you know. Thank you for everything and everything they do. You are amazing.
Hey, Dr. M. I wanted to first start off by saying thank you. I don't know where I would be without you, to be completely honest. I remember the first day that I met you in the computer lab. We're chilling and you introduced yourself and you said that you were a professor. I can't really describe the feeling I felt. It was like a combination of excitement, hope, like seeing you in the department was truly a reminder that, I can do anything, right? Because there you were in the flesh, already doing it. I honestly didn't know I needed you until I got you. In my 28 years of living, you were my first Black professor ever. And, please be sure I will never forget you. So thank you for always having your door open, for creating a safe space for me to cry and then snap back and get back to work, and to just always having my back and standing with me even when I felt like nobody else was listening. Thank you for checking on all of us and having conversations about life. Those were truly my favorite. And thank you for just being dope as hell. But most of all, and I'm sure everyone in this video can agree, thank you for being you. Love you, Dr. Merriweather.